What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Horror Month. And today I'm going to be reviewing the first of two Dracula movies that I have in store for you guys. And the first one is The Last Voyage of the Demeter. And this one, I remember the hype for this movie, and I got a chance to see this. And was I satisfied? Yes, because this is a really unique thing. It's like they focused on just one specific chapter from the original Dracula book. You know, the part where Dracula's getting transported from his home in Romania to Carfax Abbey in Whitby, England. So, and I love how what they did this one is that they completely just expand upon it and create these interesting characters that definitely would fit the Dracula universe. And another thing also I like about this is that I love the fact that they kept you in suspense, trying to not show you what Dracula looked like, but you get bits and pieces of what he would look like. And like when you see him, it's like, holy shit, he looks so terrifying. Like he looks exactly what he was described, like he is in like Nosferatu or in any other Dracula adaptation. And I love how they just kept the mystique of it all. And then, of course, the real crazy thing is all of a sudden, you realize, wait a minute, they have a stowaway. Yeah, I use stowaway loosely because somehow Dracula somehow got abducted like this girl, and she was in one of his cases of dirt. I was like, okay, really? That just had me scratch my head. I was like, holy, like, how? Like, and then of course the more you think about it, you're like, oh my God, there's a bit of a twist going on. It's like, and you're just hooked into it, and you just can't look away. And I'm like, this is like a really good, like adaptation of what they just did. And like, I was again, tip the hat to everyone involved. And yeah, I will say the pacing was pretty well kept. Like, the setting was just perfect. Like even alone on a ship, like it just makes things a ton of scary. And of course also like how the hero of this is he just happens to be a a doctor, and like he's just trying to hitch a ride home. So it makes sense that, okay, he's on board of this ship, that he wants to help. And then, of course, he eventually he slowly becomes like this unexpected hero. And he's like trying to do the same thing, like with our regular main heroes, like Harker and all that, even though they're not in this movie. But yeah, he kind of turns out to be kind of like that, and like by the final act, things get insane, including how did the captain end up on the ship's wheel? And like, well, in this one, he ties himself to the wheel, whereas in our versions, he's impaled on the wheel. So yeah, you can make your own different interpretations. Like, did Dracula kill him that way, or did he just happen to do that? Well, again, this one kind of makes the thing that the guy tied himself to the wheel to save his ship because classic. The captain should go down with the ship. So yeah, I love how they pulled that off. And like, okay, you're like, okay, so you realize no one's gonna survive, but actually, someone does end up surviving in the end. So that's how they take this guy Clemens. That's the hero of this, and he just somehow becomes the unexpected hero, and somehow he does survive by the end of it all. So they kind of left the door open, like, okay, maybe we should see like a potential sequel to this, maybe like a prequel expansion into the actual Dracula story and where they go from here, kind of thing. I love how they pulled that off. Okay, yeah. Other than that, like one thing I just couldn't believe that Dracula went so far is that like not only did he kill off some of the members, the members of the ship as the night went on, he also kills the captain's own son. Damn, Dracula has no heart. I'm like, God damn. And that was a scene that I felt like it was a little unnecessary. Somehow, when they give the captain's son a burial at sea, but here's the thing, he's already dead. But they know, like, if they have to do the right thing, is they have to bury him at sea, or they just got to do something. Somehow, the boy ends up waking up, and of course he's already turned, and like he just gets set on fire from the rising sun. I was like, God damn, this was intense shit. I was like, God, that man, man, that to me, that kind of crossed the line, and just I felt like it was a little unnecessary. That was my only problem when it came to this movie. But other than that, like I felt like the rest of this movie definitely feel like this was a pretty cool adaptation or a pretty interesting spin on the whole Dracula lore and the Dracula movie in general. Like it's again, I would say don't pass up on this one. It's a really cool one, even if it's just like one key chapter of the whole book. And that was a cool thing. Is like the opening shot and the opening scene of the movie, like they actually goes off to something that you would expect from the book, where it's like this is a warning, like it's an actual captain's journal, like this is a warning. What I'm about to tell you happens. And it's like then it kind of goes back in time and shows you, okay, how did it end up here, kind of thing. So it's one of those kind of cool, clever storytelling devices. But yeah, other than that, like not much else I can say. The cast, like fairly mostly unknowns. I've recognized a few people from other works, like Liam Cunningham, like he's an English Irish actor that I've seen in plenty of other movies. Then there's his first mate, who I recognize from The Dark Knight. He played a cop. But yeah. So yeah, like I said, mostly unknowns. The guy who plays Dracula, again, another unknown. Again, I like how they keep the whole mystique of Dracula and what he looks like. But then when you finally see him, you're just like, holy shit. It's a terrifying reveal. It's really cool. Really enjoyed that. But yeah, other than that, my small gripes, to me, this is a fairly good Dracula adaptation, and I don't think anyone should pass up on this, okay? And with that in mind, I'm going to give The Last Voyage of Demeter, I'm going to give it a hard 8. That's as generous as I am for this movie, okay? So that's for tonight. Let me know what you think. Thumbs up the video, subscribe my channel, and stay tuned for some more awesome and exciting videos.